Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at Galarian Slowking, a brand new Pokemon in the world of Pokemon Go. Now to get it, you'll need to put Galarian Slowpoke as your buddy and catch 30 Psychic type Pokemon, and on screen I'll have a list of some of the more common Psychic type spawns currently. Now it's a Psychic and Poison type Pokemon running Confusion, Sludge Wave, and Shadow Ball. And as you can see from the pose, I did actually hit the Legend rank this morning using a different team, so I will have a video on that coming out tomorrow. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and let's take a look and see how Galarian Slowking performs in action in the Great League. Hopping into the first match, amazing lead Scrafty into Shadow Lapras, and they save swap into Drifblim. Unfortunately, my team does not have a good response to a Drifblim save swap, so I am going to need to stay in a while here with Scrafty. I will be able to force the shield with the foul play, but unfortunately, due to the fact that they get to Icy Wind before I get to foul play, so long as they shield the first foul play, this is a negative matchup for Scrafty. So I will let the second Icy Wind through, and now I'm going to bring in Galarian Slowking and try and get to the Shadow Ball. As you can see, unfortunately, Galarian Slowking only has nuke charge moves. So it does take a while to get to any charge move. We do get baited there, which is unfortunate. A little bit of lag, and now we're going for the Shadow Ball, going for the kill shot. They shield up, and they're going to bring back in the Shadow Lapras. Now we're trying to get to that Sludge Wave, and they throw a turn before we're able to get there. So we will go down here, but the nice thing is since they switched back in the Lapras, we can align it with our Hypno. Now Hypno should do very well here. These Confusions are chunking, and the Thunder Punch is going to be enough to take them out. They're only able to get to the Surf. Now don't get me wrong, Shadow Surf does hurt, but Hypno does have some bulk to it. We're able to tank it, go for the Thunder Punch, and take them out. Now I do have a foul play loaded, so if they bring back in the Drifblim, which they do, we're able to snipe with the Scrafty. Now that our debuff has been reset, that will take out the Drifblim. They have Altaria in the back, so things are looking rough for us here, but the good news is we have Ice Punch on our Hypno for exactly this reason, because unfortunately Scrafty does not have a good matchup against Altaria. Now in comes the Hypno, they're going to try and farm down, and Ice Punch is going to be able to do double super effective damage here. We throw the Ice Punch, it gets them very low, and the Confusion kills. So we are able to clutch out the win. All right, hopping into the next match. We have Scrafty into Alolan Ninetales. This will depend on the fast move, and they're running Powder Snow. So this is honestly pretty okay for us here. I am going to be going for the Power Up Punch to boost our attacks right away. And they're probably going to bait here, but I don't really want to risk it, so I do shield up, and they switch, and they're able to catch the Power-Up Punch onto their Azumarill. So very nice play by the opponent there, and now I'm going to bring in my Galarian Slowking. Now the nice thing here is since I'm a Poison type, they cannot go for Play Rough, so if they don't have Hydro Pump, then they're forced to go for the Ice Beam. Although Galarian Slowking is not particularly bulky either, so even a non-stab Ice Beam hurts quite a bit. We go for the Sludge Wave, that connects, and we're able to take them out. Now the Ninetales comes back in, these Confusions are chunking, and they're going to be going for the Weather Ball to take us out. Weather Ball will take us out. I come back in with the Scrafty, and they have Medicham in the back, and since I didn't wait my switch clock, I'm still switch locked in here. So we are going to be going for the foul play to force the shield and to burn our switch clock, and now we can come in with the Shadow Hypno. And Confusions really chunk Medicham since they do hit for neutral. They go for a Power Up Punch. That tells me they're running Power Up Punch and Psychic. So, unfortunately, a boosted Psychic will do a fairly significant amount of damage here, so I will want to commit the shield here and just hope I don't get baited. We shield up. It is the Psychic that is huge, and now we're going to overfarm. They bring in the Ninetales, but unfortunately, Ninetales only has a Weather Ball, so we're going to be able to tank that, throw the Thunder Punch, and then one Confusion will be able to get us to the Thunder Punch that is going to be enough to take out the Medicham, as Medicham not close to another Psychic, and that is going to be a good game. So able to get the job done, and the opponent's unfamiliarity with Galarian Slowking's moveset allowed me to maintain switch advantage, which was very helpful. All right, hopping into the next match. All right, and so we have a Shadow Hypno on the lead, and they're staying in. So Shadow Hypno staying in, that means they might be weak in the back to Scrafty. They only build up to 5, so this is not a Focus Blast. I don't have to shield this, but I'm not going to be able to farm down here. So I'm actually going to catch the Thunder Punch onto my Shadow Hypno to check and see if they have any Dark types in the back. Thunder Punch lands, and they do. So this has me worried that this is Unfortunately, Shadow Hypno double Dark. If it is, my double Psychic team is in a ton of trouble. Now here, this will be doing a lot of damage. I'm just letting it hit me, but they undercharge the foul play, so they're going to be able to farm down, which is absolutely brutal for me, as they will leave with so much energy. We are just not able to get to that Thunder Punch. We're going to bring back in the Scrafty, start to ramp up our power-up punches, and hope that we can farm down. Unfortunately, at this moment, I had actually lost track of their energy. I just knew they had a lot. So they're going for the last resort here. They're at another one. And here, this is going to be tough. Am I going to be able to farm down? We're farming here, and I get nervous. I switch into the Slowking to try and snipe with the confusion, and unfortunately, they're able to reach a foul play, so big misplay by me. I could have farmed down, but either way, I wasn't going to be able to win it, as they do have Scrafty in the back. So having two Dark types against two Psychic types is typically not going to go well for you, so I go for the Sludge Wave, they shield, and I am going to resign the match. Hopping into the next match, and we have a terrible lead Scrafty into Altaria. We are going to save switch into our Galarian Slowking, and we bait out a Galarian Stunfisk. And unfortunately, this is where having that poison subtyping can be a real pain for the Galarian Slowking, as if you get switch locked in against a Galarian Stunfisk, you just get absolutely destroyed, even if they just throw two Rock Slides instead of the Earthquake. Unfortunately, as opposed to Galarian Slowbro, which at least has Focus Blast to fight back against the steals, you just get absolutely destroyed. So that's a big negative there, is unfortunately, it does take a while to get to charge moves, and its typing is not doing it a lot of favors, as any ground type or steel type absolutely destroys it. We are able to farm down with the Scrafty, and we'll leave with the foul play to throw at the Altaria, and now we'll just have to hope that Shadow Hypno is able to clutch this for us. We bring in the Shadow Hypno, they have Registeel in the back, and unfortunately with double punches, we're just not going to be able to do enough damage to this Registeel to take it out. I do bait here. I am baiting the Shadow Ball, but they don't even have to shield the first Shadow Ball, so at this point, the game is basically over. I am still going to try and play it out, stranger things have happened, but at this point, it's looking highly unlikely that I am going to be able to find the win con here. Thunder Punch, again, they do not have to shield, which is very rough, and they are at another move. So I am going to shield that up. Aggressively switch in the Scrafty. Their switch clock is up. They can bring in Altaria. They're going to be able to safely farm down Scrafty, and they are going to be able to reach the 2 Sky attacks needed to take out the Hypno. Hypno comes in, and here, my only win con is getting to 2 Ice Punches. I absolutely have to. They get to the first Sky attack, and they get to the second Sky attack, so they are definitely going to outpace me after getting all that farm on Scrafty. So again, unfortunately, rough alignment for me, but Galarian Slowking not doing me a lot of favors. All right, hopping into the next match, we have Scrafty into Surfetched, absolutely terrible lead. We're going to save swap into Galarian Slowking, and again, we are met with a Galarian Stunfisk. This is definitely unfortunate, but if we're able to bait this out, then hopefully that should allow us to have good things in the end game here. Now we are going to let this go. This time the opponent correctly throws the Earthquake, so they're not wasting any energy. And I am going to wait my switch clock. My plan here is to farm down and leave with a foul play, because even though foul play is resisted on Surfetch, Surfetched is exceedingly glassy, so a foul play, even when resisted, still does a significant amount of damage. We are going to be going for the foul play. Counter goes through, so I'm going to want to defer that onto my Shadow Hypno. We land it, we bring in the Shadow Hypno, and they have Frost Blast. This is absolutely massive, as all we have to do here is farm down. We can just 2-shield Confusion all the way through this Frost Blast, and then we should be in a pretty okay position to close out this match, especially after we sneak that Confusion. That is absolutely massive. They go for the Shadow Ball. They know they're not getting to 2 moves. And unfortunately, the Surfetch does have the move. So the question is, can we tank it? They go for the Leaf Blade. We're able to survive it. We Confusion down, and 2-shield Shadow Hypno, able to clutch that for us in a big way. All right, hopping into the next match, we have Scrafty into Shadow Shiftry, an amazing lead for us, and they save swap into a Unova Stunfisk. Unfortunately, I don't have a great response to this, so I am going to stay in here, and I'm going to get some nice chip damage with the foul play. I try and switch out, but I am just going to have to eat the move. We do eat the move. I'm going to throw one counter, and now I'm going to bring in the Hypno and attempt to Confusion down. I believe I should be able to Confusion down and leave with an Ice Punch to threaten a shield off of the Shiftry. So you can see there's an absolute ton of lag. So this is not going great for me. Mud Bomb comes through. I can survive it. They get to one more move. I have good IVs. I believe I should survive this. Oh, it's a discharge, but we live on 1 HP and we have our Ice Punch. They're more than likely bringing back in the Shiftry, and we can force the shield here. They bring it back in. I click my Ice Punch, and I lag, and I die. I lose the Ice Punch. Absolutely terrible. I bring in the Scrafty, and unfortunately, I didn't quite farm up enough energy, so they're able to outpace me here. What's in the back? They have a Skarmory. So we're going to be going for the foul play to get some chip damage or to get that shield. We're able to get the shield, and now we're going to bring in the Galarian Slowking. Now, Slowking able to get to the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does do a nice chunk of damage, but since it's a non-stab move, unfortunately doesn't do a whole lot, and Confusion does not hit Skarmory particularly hard. So this is going to be pretty tough for me here. Sky Attack comes through, and they're able to farm me down. Now, I am able to get the counter through with Scrafty, which is very nice. And unfortunately, since they still have a shield, I am going to be losing this match, which you absolutely hate to see. Should have gotten that shield with the Ice Punch, but I lagged. And here, I believe my opponent let me win. They recognized that I was cheated out of the Ice Punch, and they let me win. So, fantastic sportsmanship on display and a very good game. All right, we have the dream lead, but we're lagging at the start, so we are behind the Obstagoon. This is a little rough for us. I am going to commit the shield. Unfortunately, they have Night Slash, so that was a really poor shield by me. We go for the power-up punch, and we're able to farm down. Now they bring in a Cresselia. Now, we definitely don't want to take a Moonblast here, so my plan is I should be able to get that shield back with this boosted foul play, and then we should be able to switch into the Hypno. And even though we don't have Shadow Ball, these Thunder Punches will add up quite significantly. They go for the Moonblast. And the nice thing is in the Great League, they almost always run Moonblast and Grass Knot, so if I'm able to align it with the Galarian Slowking in the end game, then they'll only be able to hit me for resisted damage with their charge moves. So we do build up, we're faking the Shadow Ball, and we get the shield with the Thunder Punch. I probably could have built up again, but I got a little worried, so I wanted to make sure that I could actually get off that damage. And now we're going to get Confusion down. Now they have a decent amount of energy, but that energy is completely useless versus the Galarian Slowking. They go for the Grass Knot, that's resisted. If they throw the Moonblast, that's still resisted there. So that's one useful thing about the typing. And they have a Alolan Marowak in the back. We are going to be able to get to this Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will be doing massive damage into the Alolan Marowak. I try and switch. They're at a Bone Club. Bone Club may kill here. It's going to be very close. We survive on 1 HP. We bring in the Scrafty. There's a whole ton of lag. We catch back up, and the opponent has conceded the match. So all in all, we were able to go positive in both sets that we ran with Galarian Slowking, but save your Stardust. This is a Pokemon that is definitely not worth investing in until it gets a better bait move. If it gets a better bait move, I don't know, if like a Fire Punch or something like that to help give it some coverage against steals, then maybe, but for the time being, this is one where you can safely save your Stardust and invest it elsewhere. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.